For our institution, we should start a club. This club, the Collegiate Life Unitary Bureau, or Club. So, let me tell you about how it works. Okay. So, initially we started as...
orgy porn.
Yeah. Initially we started as the Collegiate Literary Unitary Bureau, and the whole goal is that we absorb every literary club we can find in this institution.
So, wait, we pull a fucking Rome, like ancient Rome, and or consume every nation.
Yeah.
I like this.
Can you legally change from collegiate literary to collegiate life?
Yeah, I'm sure it gets shared.
You can change them.
Wait, so can we just expand to a point where we consume everything,
can you change what your club's categorized as?
Like the college's bureaucracy in itself, so we become the college.
I mean, okay, first of all, as soon as our thing is big enough, sorry.
And we can do that?
Yeah. As soon as our thing is big enough, what we'll do is have our alumni being the school board. So then the presidents themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Life.
Well, no, is there one branch other than literary that's...
Well, yeah, we expand.
No, but
eventually we will be identified as a variety organization.
Yeah.
Okay, Ted, but you can't... Can you legally, under the categories that you can pick from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there one category that you could pick from the start other than literary that just general club?
Well, that's only for specific people, being me.
And besides, the thing is we're picking literary because we believe they're easier to take over.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you categorize yourself not as a literary club, as just an all-encompassing club.
Not initially, no.
No, if you do that at first, instead of the literary club, you could go anywhere, but you could start with the literary club.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think your designation really has any bearing on it.
Listen, the larger, if you think about it, the larger, the more threat you're going to become. So if you keep the word literary in there, it's an illusion. People think you're not as powerful as you actually are.
Like General Secretary of Soviet Russia. Doesn't sound like a supreme dictator overlord now, does it?
No.
Our goal is to take over the big organization over here.
I mean, if somebody walked up to you and had to call you General Secretary, all the time.
That sounds pretty dope.
It sounds dope, but it doesn't sound
It's like saying hey, Mr. Mayor.
I
run a country.
It's completely different.
It's the same as someone calling you Mr. President now.
Yeah, but Mr. President sounds more nice.
That's your American bias.
Yeah, what's up with that?
General Secretary sounds a little pointy, if you get what I'm saying.
That's the point.
A little,
Not every country gets a fancy little president. Some of us have to deal with military dictators placed by other fuckers.
General Secretaries.
You're right.
You guys deserve that.
So what we're gonna do?
We're uneducated. You're right.
Fuck you, Jake.
Yep.
Yeah, Jake.
Oh yeah, Jake's here. Hold on, we got Ted.
Yes.
We got Lee.
Hi.
We got Ned. You got me, Austin, and then you got guest star Jake.
Yeah. So welcome to episode
17
of the MNX podcast.
Jake's a little
if the numbers aren't adding up, it's your fault.
Yeah, obviously you're not keeping up, so it's your problem.
Go back to elementary school.
Well, math isn't worth your time, though.
I mean, basically.
No. Math is good kids.
No. We're outnumbered this time.
What happened to numbers 4 through?
We're outnumbered this time.
Nobody knows.
This time?
Yeah.
It's not your fucking
Nobody even knows what happened.
Oh yeah.
Nobody even knows what happened to
You can't
numbers
bring
2 and 3 because they're not out yet.
I mean, hey, it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
We hate on STEM majors.
So our first goal.
STEM majors are good boys.
I'm a STEM major.
Yes, but no, we're not going to bring it up because we're outnumbered this time.
Yeah, we can't do it.
Yeah, shut
I
up.
really couldn't care less. Because
No, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to be on our side.
Liberal arts.
Anyway.
Confidence.
So the club.
It's real.
First goal. Literary clubs, boom. Then liberal arts, boom. And then anything else, what do you call it? Anything that would ever fall under any liberal arts college, that basically any college that isn't a STEM major, taken. Take all the sports clubs, take all the hobby clubs, like car club, whatever, gone. Then
fraternities and sororities.
Yeah,
you realize
who cares?
Wait,
gone.
Shut them down.
I think Jax would care about.
No.
Car group.
Why do you care if you still can do it?
If you can still do it, yeah.
Still do it. It's just under new management.
Well, they're stubborn. Jake's a stubborn boy.
That's fine. He's fine, right? Yeah, he's fine.
He put a thumbs up.
As you can tell, Jake's a little bit of a little mouth dribbling retard, so he can't speak too good. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes in class, you just go like someone to himself. It happens, you know. It's okay.
It's just me fucking breathing.
So,
yeah,
for the members who aren't part of Club yet, do you want to join? All we need is 10 signatures.
No doubt. Yeah.
I'm your fucking acquisitions guy. Fuck you.
How about you, Jake? You gonna join?
Jake, you don't have a choice. Just say yes.
I mean,
You're
yeah, at this
You
point.
don't have a choice.
You remember what we were talking about earlier. You don't have a choice very soon.
Just say yes.
It's either
I have more of those things than you guys do.
Fair enough.
either join club or don't have a club.
Yeah, that's true.
We're gonna take your club.
Good luck.
Car club. Car club.
It's less catching up to us.
We can't take your club if we can't catch you.
We'll just take all of the
No, that's racing club.
influential, not influential. What do you call it?
We'll join. We'll
Racing
take over
club.
Petroleum Club.
Ooh.
Yeah, who's
We'll
listening to
start
your
it.
fucking yes, little piece of shit.
We don't use petroleum. We use E85. Corn fuel.
Hey,
I
do you
mean, that's
actually
kind of
let's
cool.
slow down here. Listen. We can just take over the fucking Rocket Club. They're
Okay.
shit against
Oh,
that.
as
Okay,
as
but
I
listen.
mean, rockets are just cars that are facing
Is the
upward.
car club
Exactly.
secretly fucking like
The moment we
hippie
start
club?
driving, we'll just tip one of them over and set them off. And be done.
You're right. You got a point.
Is the car club secretly hippie club because they're all using fucking corn in their cars and not actually gasoline?
I mean, you should probably use corn and ethanol is better in every way.
it
The
is,
reason why you
but-
do it for ethanol is because it helps with pre-detonation in engines. So
Mm.
when you're tuning it for higher power, it makes it harder to blow up.
Why the fuck aren't
Yeah.
you like a mechanical engineering major and not like? Why aren't you?
Because mechanical's way too fucking hard.
Yeah, but you already know like a lot of shit about cars. You can transfer a lot of it over once you get to the more advanced.
Yeah,
classes.
computer and engineering is equally as hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
The reason why I want to do computers is because I want to do more with like tuning of cars and creating like the background
Ah,
electronics.
okay.
of
No, I
cars.
get you. Yeah.
Either that or just go for AMD, Nvidia, or Intel. Like I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
Like either or.
Maybe make AMD not catch your entire room on fire.
I don't think that's possible at this point.
I enjoy my space heater. Okay.
You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for oil in the
You
winter.
have a 1080
Oh.
Ti. So you don't even use it.
Yes, I was using it just yesterday.
He
What
used
did
it
you
to
use
play
for?
Morrowind.
Yes.
You play Morrowind on a 1080
I have it so maxed out with mods that it runs at 45 frames.
And
45 whole frames. Wow.
1440p 165 hertz monitor. Think
Yes,
about
I
that.
love it.
You can see how laggy this game is.
40, but it's only 60 hertz.
I mean, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah. I haven't played on anything other than a 60 hertz. I don't know.
You love it. It's worth it.
144 is.
What's the difference between the hertz and the frame rate? Wise.
Same.
So imagine you can see more frames.
Well, when I can
Basically,
I can
like, think of the
noticeably tell
hertz,
a
and
difference
that's the
between-
max frame rate.
Really,
Yeah.
I can noticeably like feel like I can tell a difference between like 60 and like 200.
Well, yeah,
based
because
on-
it's skipping a certain amount of frames. It's only displaying a certain amount of frames.
It could be
during-
displaying more, so it could be even smoother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's ways to make things look above 60 on a 60 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it probably. I wonder if that's what causes it to use more of my graphics card and shit like that. Will
Yeah,
it
'cause
suck
there's-
more power out of it? Because I set my like frame caps to like 99 or 100.
No, you should
And it
set
only-
it to your
Really?
hertz.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like the reason.
If you want true performance,
Okay.
like I agree, there's a definite difference. I normally set mine when I was on my 60 hertz monitor. You want intervals of 60, so I set it to 120 because that way it skips
Oh,
the
okay.
least amount of frames in between.
What I want to know is, would it be more beneficial? Would I be able to turn the graphics settings up higher if I capped it at 60? Like, would that affect anything?
I think
Yeah.
wise?
Yeah.
If I turn it back
No,
down to
not
60.
if the cap is only like how many frames it's rendering. Wherever you cap is like just the maximum.
Like,
frames
but
you
are
can
you
render.
hitting?
Yeah,
If you're hitting,
If you're hitting the
60 on
cap.
high settings, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I put it to the max settings, right? I'll hit like, you know, depending, like it'll be like 120 or 140 and shit like that.
But so then
But
he is
then when I
generating
get,
excess
but then when
frames,
I get
though,
when I
right?
get into action, it'll drop down to 45 because it has to render all that shit in.
Oof.
It'll be like a massive. It'll jump down to 60, but it's just still such a massive jump that it's like a huge spike.
Yeah, if you cap, then spikes don't normally happen as much in games that are spike like tendon.
Mm-hmm.
But in all reality, it's just how much your card can render.
I mean, I think consistency is better than performance usually. So I would like lock it at a reasonable FPS, like 80 is usually what I do for most games,
Mm-hmm.
and I just keep it chill, making sure it never like drops below like 78. You know, 82.
See, like I'm like one of those like PC like graphics horror type people that like I want to see the prettiest shit, but I also want it to be playable. Like You know what I mean?
I mean, art's better than texture quality, so maybe you have a game that's just a bunch of funny pixels, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's kind of me. If I don't get 144 frames, I'm dropping it to the lowest setting until I get 144
What?
frames.
That's what you guys...
That's
No,
what
yeah,
Okay, I know.
I'm
That's
in
what a lot of
between
people-
there.
I'm the
Yeah.
complete
lot of
opposite. I'm the
people do.
complete opposite. When they come, when I play, I don't play that much PC as I do before, but when I did, I had like the crappiest like PC or laptop that I used to play it. And the game I mainly use, or at least play, was Team Fortress 2. It's not, it's not as, shut up, it's a good game. It's a good game.
No, it's not.
No.
It's a good game. Shut up! So many people disagree with you. Okay, it's a good game.
They're wrong
I
too.
spent several hundred. Listen, you fucking libtard. Shut up. Okay.
You just called me a libtard?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, he's not a libtard, so he doesn't get offended.
Damn it.
I
Well,
don't-
I'm still a checkmate. But
Okay.
no,
Okay.
when I played the game I like to play, even though it's not terribly demanding, my laptop and stuff like sucks so much. It could barely run it. It was like heat up and stuff. But the thing is, I never dropped it down to make it go fast. I always had the highest quality because I can't.
Not in
can't-
TF2.
Hmm?
I mean, for competitive games, you have to be as good refresh rate as possible.
I know, but I don't
For
I
competitive,
don't care.
yeah.
Like
I
the-
compensate for it. I'll still
No, I'm
pretty
talking
decent.
like if it's competitive, yeah, I'll do like the
Yeah, but
lower it.
I-
shit.
high
But if it's like a
refresh-
you
single
weren't
player
playing
game,
competitively though.
I know. I always
Yeah,
kept.
who
I
cares if
always
you're
kept the
not playing
highest quality of it. I don't know. I just couldn't like look at it and just see like really
I
bad
feel
anime
like-
things. It hurts to look
Yeah.
at.
I feel like the majority of the people actually go for the like frame rate's more important than graphics department.
Well, in a
No, yeah, a
competitive
lot of
game,
people do.
would
Depends
you rather
on that.
go for highest spike or highest consistency?
I don't play
Consistency.
competitive games.
Yeah.
Consistency,
Yeah.
because if it spikes while you're trying to shoot, you're just gonna get
You just like
destroyed,
wiggle all over
yeah.
the place.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
you'll demolish. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I never follow that just because I'm ignorant, but it's whatever.
You're an ignoramus.
Yeah.
That's like the third worst thing you are.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Well, welcome back to episode 5 of Ned. Fucking
I
sucks.
thought it was 17.
It's
17.
I thought it was 38.
No, in
It's
our
actually
special
4.
sub-series.
Stop it.
There's special sub-series.
We don't
and-
like your math here.
No, it's within the
Oh, sorry, I
podcast.
forgot to carry the one. It's actually 17.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we talk about the ICE debate we had earlier today?
Ice? We like ice.
I mean, yeah.
I like eating ice.
Borders shouldn't exist, but ice is amazing.
Let's vote. Who thinks that Ned should be deported? Raise your hand.
I
That's everybody.
What are you
Even
talking
now-
about?
Two of the people have not
Really?
decided yet.
Even Ned.
Jake and Lee.
One
did
of
not
the people
touch
have
your
not
hands at all.
decided yet.
I see your hand raised, and I asked to raise your hand if you wanted Ned to be deported.
I said one hasn't yet.
Literally,
Well-
Lee has not.
Hey,
Jake's
Hey,
fucking.
Jake, do you think Ned should be deported?
Jake's freaking like extra chromosomes hit
Do it.
him hard.
Yeah, he.
No, don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. You will not get your cookie.
He came
You will
here
not get your
illegally.
cookie
He
if
came
you-
here illegally.
No, don't worry about it. You don't know what that
Give a
means.
Fuck about
No,
who
it-
you are or who you is and who you was.
He's not getting it,
Not
guys.
getting it.
This
No.
motherfucker's sitting here doing work. I mean, he actually does.
STEM
Looks
majors
like
on a
looks
Thursday
like
night.
the legal immigrants
I did-
around
I
my
did
day,
mine
my
earlier,
friend.
that's why I'm
Fuck
not
you.
doing-
No, we're democracy, meaning the majority said you're gone.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
God damn it. I vote against. I vote to stay.
Who
I
cares?
understand.
You don't
get
have
a
a
vote.
vote. You're an illegal.
You don't get a
immigrant.
vote. We're taking away your right to vote, and you don't get a vote.
And
now.
in
You
this
see,
society,
this
if
is-
you, if
now
you
this is where
abstain, you go with the majority, right?
This is
Yeah.
where you.
So
This is
we
where you
voted
fucked up.
yes,
This is where you
so-
fucked up. You see, people who advocate for my people and for my other minorities. If they find,
Yes.
stop it.
Yes. Okay.
If they find, he's communicating.
Oh, whoa,
Speak
what's
to
he
us.
saying? He's shaking.
He's shaking
He's
violently.
Jake said
Is he
violently.
having a seizure? Is he no, I think he's fine. There's a lot of people who support my groups, and if they find out about this, I will have this entire...
No, we talked to them. They're on our side.
God fucking damn, why? Why?
Because they just don't like you.
What did you do wrong?
You came here illegally.
Fair.
Oh, got him.
It's not my fault you have planes here.
It's not our fault we have food and civilization.
It's not our fault that you might want some of that food.
Yeah, it's not
if you
my...
don't have any.
Dude, it's not
It's
my
not your
fault.
food to want.
It's not my fault that your country's like
You
a
know,
lot better.
the F in Central America stands for food.
C stands for counterintuitive.
Anyway, so during this debate we had about ICE and deportation and
Walls.
immigration
Walls.
and walls.
I was
Walls
forced.
don't work.
I was forced to go to this.
Yeah. Basically, we had this discussion about what if it was open borders, free borders, and I was like, that's a good idea
I
because
want a border for free.
well, open
I want
borders,
a border.
and it's like it's a good idea because people should be able to traverse individually based off of their actions and desires, not where they're born. Because you don't have control of your birth, but you have control over what you want and what you do, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, the nationalism people harbor prevents people from, doing what they need and want to do because these arbitrary borders you put in place, prevent societal growth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, nationalism bad.
So you're like nationalism bad,
Yeah,
right?
nationalism
Yeah.
bad. And
Yeah.
the next person was like, but our nation though.
I don't think they think that nationalism is bad, considering that long of a pause that we took in between that.
Yeah. Well, it's fine because I don't really care. I mean, fuck our nation, but also God bless America.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate all countries. But America's pretty nice.
Wait, what God is
As long as no one doesn't fuck with me.
Right? It's like you're not letting me through because I was born in a different place.
But then again, we are oppressed every day by the American regime.
well, obviously,
Shut up.
You know it's true.
It's the
No,
Fifth Reich.
you're being oppressed.
And you are too.
Who implemented that lovely secretary in our countries?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not your country.
Oh!
Who implemented the
Got
lovely
him.
secretaries in your country?
In your country.
I don't like this.
Who appointed the secretaries? Probably their bosses.
yeah.
Whoever does that.
Yeah.
Ooh, should we get a head count on how many people are white in here?
Hey.
Well, I'm just
Yes.
saying,
What kind of white? Looking white?
like actual North Germanic white.
Oh.
Separate the browns from the pinkos?
What's
They-
your
they
your
didn't get along with
ethnicity
me very
background
much.
again?
Irish and German.
Well,
so wait,
he's-
what kind of German? What area? Would you take? Yeah, north or south? Guess.
South. Fucking.
Okay, we're gonna say you're not white.
I don't
He's
know.
the whitest person here.
I'm still the whitest person. I'm so happy.
What do you mean?
I'm half black, but at least I'm North German. Sorry,
Oh,
no, I'm English.
fuck.
No, he's English. Yeah. Yep.
You're like this. You're like the second highest on the pool.
Who?
You are.
Doesn't your black?
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't
No,
your
Because
black
English-
technically,
though?
English
didn't he
and North-
rank? Didn't Mein Führer rank it as?
No, we're not. We're going. We're not going.
Wanna
off
go by
of,
that?
We're going off of Benjamin Franklin's
Okay.
list.
Oh yeah, then Poles don't count.
Oh,
Poles were
Yeah.
swarthy on his list. But
swarthy.
yeah. The Saxons of Germany and the English are the only white people, according to Benjamin Franklin.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I'm more Irish than German too, if that counts.
I need to take
That makes it
That makes
worse.
it worse.
Yes.
Yeah, because
I
we
mean-
don't consider the Irish white here.
I need to take a what?
It's fine.
I'm not white. I'm Welsh and Irish. And
Where do you
Scottish. There's
hail
no white
from?
there.
Outsider.
Yeah, what's up, man?
He's not white.
I'm from
He's
your
Polish.
country.
If you have to say your country, I don't think you're from there.
Greetings, comrade. I am
I am from your country.
I'm American. Yes, that's where we are, America.
I'm
Not Canada.
I'm from North Korea. And then I go to China and Vietnam.
Yes, New Zealand,
Oh.
New York.
I bring you a good tea.
Do you know I'm actually like a fourth Vietnamese?
Oh, look at that.
Not at all.
You certainly don't look it.
I'm not at all.
For the longest time, I actually thought I was mostly Asian.
Why would you do that?
Why would you? Yeah. Oh shit! Wow.
For the podcast listeners, I took my glasses off and I'm very
Holy
Asian.
shit.
Speak for us. Speak in your language.
We love you a long time.
Why don't you attempt to communicate?
Ni hao, hey Ren.
It's taking
Hoji
so
cha,
much
konnichiwa, kawaii.
Is that why?
It's my eyes through those glasses.
Is that why I see you in trees sometimes? You know, speaking a little Vietnamese.
Do you work contact
Yeah.
checks?
Scaring the
Alright.
scaring the ROTC students.
They're not scary. They're just silly.
Yeah, they're just silly.
Okay.
No, RTC.
I guess you would know.
You
Okay.
don't fucking salute every ROTC person that walks past you.
You're disrespecting a future U.S. Army soldier.
I do.
Listen, I respect my country.
Listen,
if I see an RT student, I drop to my knees and instantly suck his dick.
Listen, in all honesty, I respect the soldiers, but you just haven't done anything yet. Like,
This is the weirdest thing. I feel like you only join the military if you're either dumb or economically unstable.
I'm both of those.
So wait, I have
what
a
about
question.
what about officers? Like,
Dumb.
really?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
So in conclusion,
Don't join.
the entire
So here's the,
military
like-
is full
So
of
no,
retards.
so I mean, it depends.
Officers different than
if
enlisting.
you're
well, yeah.
Like, you have to go to like school for a while to be an officer.
My
Like,
dad's
you
an
actually
officer.
have to go to ROTC.
Yeah.
My dad's an officer.
Why do you think that then?
Is nationalism bad?
My
No, but
grandfather.
you didn't say he was
Is your dad just
economically
fucking-
unstable, so he
My
falls into
grandfather-
that.
He was actually economic. Yeah, he was.
So
My
it's not
grandfather
stupid. It's
is
that.
Yeah.
a general in the Guatemalan army, and my
Isn't that just a dictatorship? Isn't that like equivalent of the presidency there?
I
General?
don't think so. No.
No.
No, because that's right. The general in charge of everything is the guy you guys put in charge. Actually, I think we eventually overthrew your guys' like special regime, so we're pretty happy.
Who's we? You haven't disclosed this yet.
The Americans.
Guatemalans are. No, he already said it like 4 times. And besides, who cares? I mean, he's not white. Nobody-
Ned.
I said he.
He is on all of the international hit list for Guatemalan
What are you
homosexuals.
talking about? I'm only.
All 7 of them.
How would you pronounce this?
Schützen Panzerwagen, Sonderkraft Fahrzeug 251.
Fahrenheit 451.
Listen, I don't
know any
What did
I
he
don't
say?
know. Listen, I'm just saying, from where I come from, being in charge of at least.
That's fantastic.
It is. Anyway,
I don't.
Should sometimes
You guys are just a bunch of pansies. I don't know what you guys are talking about. See, where I come from, being in charge of at least 5 male sex rings is not a big deal. Like,
but you don't get pussy though.
so
For here, it's the other way
it'll
around.
come. In more ways than one.
Anyway, I like that.
I like it very much.
I think that gay couple should defend their weed with guns.
I believe that polyamorous gay groups should be able to defend their opium farms with mortar fire.
Yeah, I agree.
If you
What do you
violate,
think I do in my free time?
Legalize
if someone
recreational
violates the
sex.
nap for stepping on your lawn, they should be able to be
Listen,
shot.
listen, I will tell you guys the truth. I'll tell you guys the truth right now. Grindr may seem like a hookup act, but in reality, it's just
It's
a
a
way
hookup
for all.
act.
No, it's just for all the gays to collude together to figure out what we're gonna do during mortar strikes.
How to
when time's
overthrow the
right.
government.
Right. I mean,
What if that's what it is though? Because we don't know because we don't go on there.
It's true. I
Oh my
know what
God.
goes on there, so
And
I'm
nobody can admit that they know because if they admit that they knew, then they're
You're
gay.
gay.
Like,
Yeah, and nobody wants to be gay.
Yeah,
No.
I know. Guys, I don't know. It's just from what I've
why
noticed.
did you tell them on this podcast, dingo?
I'm just
You're gonna be
Making
killed the
observation.
second I upload.
observation.
I mean, it's really easy to find a Guatemalan
There's gonna be a,
sex trafficker.
there's gonna. And yeah,
I just saw
We're just
people dancing.
looking down the corridor. I just thought that there was gonna be a Guatemalan sex
standing right there.
trafficking bounty hunter
He's like,
just coming around the corner to collect
Hopefully.
the debt.
I would
he,
hope
like,
so.
he walks
He
up
could
and he
end
has
my
like
life.
two chain
Yeah.
guys.
Ned's actually John Wick when he gets the bounty put on his head, and all the other
Well,
hitmen are
obviously.
alerted. It's all the other gay Guatemalan warlords.
It's like I
He
blow,
kills
I blow
6
my,
people with 3 bullets.
It's like I'm in danger. I blow my fucking whistle, and all these like little sex slaves just start crawling out of the ceiling and just surround me to protect their
Are they-
savior.
Are they all brown little twink boys?
We got a mix.
Okay.
It's like an army. You
The
got a
fact that
hierarchy.
John Wick killed someone with a pencil, like
What's
2
wrong with
people
that?
with a pencil.
I've killed the man with this thumb.
You mean John Wick of Fortnite? I play Fortnite too.
I really
Okay.
hate myself.
I know I play a Fortnite.
What's your favorite video game? Go.
Animal Crossing.
What's your favorite video game? Go.
Oh fuck! I don't know. Skip.
What's your favorite video game? Go.
I need to think about
What's your favorite video game?
I need to think.
God, mine is.
I told you I don't think in favorites.
Yeah, it's fine. My favorite video game is
Down here.
what's it called?
It's a stupid.
It's by FTL. Into the Breach. I love that game. Fuck
the
yes.
Breach?
No, or Darkest
God
Dungeon.
damn.
I don't know, like
Is Darkest Dungeon by the same people that do FTL?
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay, because
We
I thought you'd
arrested.
want that into there.
No, Into the Breach.
FTL's
is-
really good.
It is good.
I love
It's
FTL.
one of my favorites.
Into the Breach is better. Maybe time travel.
I never played it.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
just
should
like I'm
play
one of those like little pussy ass boys who like to play those like Nintendo games.
I'm
Must
gonna
be
be
I
real
grew up
you.
with it. It's like nostalgia. I got it.
What's up?
The most nostalgic game for me
Oh,
is
most
you-
nostalgic.
is
I like
either
that.
so I'm because like I can't define favorite because there's so many games that are coming
I like
out and a
most
lot of them
nostalgic.
are shit, but I still play them anyways.
Mhm.
But like my favorite game has to be either it's coming down to two. Either Beetle Adventure
What the
Racing
hell?
for the Nintendo 64
Wait, what?
or Endless Ocean Blue World for the Wii.
Oh my
I
god.
loved all the Endless Ocean games. They were my
I beat
shit.
all of them.
How many? They're just 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I beat both all of them as well. Yeah.
Dude,
Are you-
the Balka Castle
You guys
was
being serious?
fucking nuts.
That was that the one that looked like Petra but underground?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
you had to swim into the hole
Yes.
sharks were chasing you. That game was fucking insane.
Oh my, man.
Reminds me of what's it? What's that?
Yeah, she's kind of cute.
There's this game.
Got put in my
Was it
spank
Trauma
bag.
Center? Is that it?
I don't know.
Which one?
There's this game where like it starts out like you're doing surgery with a Wii remote and nunchucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With
At the
the
end-
with the weird.
I
Like,
had it
alien
for
things.
PC. I mean, still technically do, but I
Yeah.
never beat it.
You didn't send it to me?
Whoa.
Or
What are
show
you
me
talking
where to
about?
get it?
What
Is
game?
that Endless Ocean? Or Trauma?
Oh, I was talking about
I
Surgeon
can't-
Sim.
I can't get Endless Ocean. I can't find the ISO.
Let
Like
me-
a proper one.
Let me. I mean, I've been up in my pirate game.
Whoa,
Like-
not. Whoa. This is a. Whoa,
Or-
whoa. We can't get sponsorships like that now, can we?
You're right. I
I
don't
was just gonna
pirate.
say, are you literally gonna say, "Oh, hey, here, let me show you how to pirate this shit"?
I'm not
on a
telling. I'm
podcast."
not sharing it with everyone else. But if you would like to know,
No,
just
no.
Google awesome piracy.
See what
list.
not to do. What you shouldn't do is go.
Don't
on,
Google GitHub awesome piracy.
Don't
Don't
do it.
not.
look
Don't
up
do
that.
it.
That's definitely not going to lead you to a list of really great resources.
Don't.
Really good resources for the purpose of pirating specific
Matthew?
things.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really wanted to fuck Oceana from that game.
Ew.
Pixelated
I was too
version
young
of
to.
that girl.
I was too young to want
No,
that.
I was a big
Also, you don't-
hardness at that time period.
What? How old were you? I came out when we were like 8, 9.
Yeah.
God.
When did you guys have your fucking sexual awakenings? That was, like,
I haven't.
9?
Early.
Clearly.
Yeah. And
Ew.
Alright,
Hey, real talk.
alright,
Real talk.
alright,
Want me to
alright.
want me to lay down you some gross?
Alright.
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. I'm doing it. So when I was 4, I had this babysitter.
Okay, I don't like this
my.
anymore.
I'm enjoying it.
She was a I think 14,
This is the first time you're
15-year-old
getting sexual pleasure?
African American woman.
Yo.
Teenager girl.
Of course. Oh wait, no. Were you living with both your parents? Or was it just your dad?
Both.
Oh.
I think I was 4 or 5. You know, toddler. Like not. I don't think I was school yet. Maybe preschool. Thank you. But she did diddle me.
She diddled you.
And then touched my. She,
Oh yeah. You told me you were molested.
Yeah, she sucked my little flaccid toddler cock.
What the fuck? Wait, how
Whoa! Hold up. What?
How old was she?
I knew this.
14?
I forgot about this.
Oh, so she's 14, so she's already horny.
She's 14. How old are you?
4?
Like toddler.
Okay.
That's
3,
weird.
4.
Why'd you go? Okay, like that's an average everyday.
Minor and minor though. It's a
And-
minor
and
on minor.
I told my mom.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I told my mom, and then she actually.
You know, 10 years difference is a big difference when you're not alive 10 years ago.
Anakin and Padme.
What?
What?
What about him?
What about him?
They had a kid together.
They did.
They were very.
and they're
like,
like
far
at least
apart.
8 years apart.
Are
Yeah,
you
but
saying that
they're
you
both
have an
over
Anakin Padme?
18. We
Fair.
already know. And nobody
He
cares.
literally just thought,
Was this
hey,
you?
he literally just thought, hey, this chick's pretty hot. And then like when he grew up, he's like, hey, you're still pretty hot. And then they
She's
got
like,
together.
hey, now,
hey, you're pretty hot.
I found a picture of Xavier after he got sucked off.
Wait, what number? He said my name. What number?
29.
Okay, 29. Cool. But yeah, I was around 4. It was gross and bad. I told my mom, and she beat up the person.
She beat up this 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You lynched her?
Don't worry about it.
So she did.
Don't worry about it. She's alive.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know. But I think is it okay to beat up children who molest your children? Maybe.
I think that's a very gray line.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that statement. There was someone directly outside when it was made, and also, like, with that, at 14, she was definitely old enough and intelligent enough to make the decision consciously, like, I'm going to do this.
But I feel like those teenagers at those ages are they're at that age where they're kind of stupid. Like, you're stupid enough to do that pull that stupid kind of crap.
Okay,
But
you're saying someone like
maybe it'd be okay.
you're saying like someone's like, oh, let me just like fucking kill this person, but I'm like 16, so it's all right.
Maybe not to the extent, but I feel like anger can get to a point where they can do that.
Yeah.
It really depends because when it gets to that point, stop it.
This is an audio podcast.
No one can see these images that you show. Okay, fucking.
What do you mean? You can take a picture and upload it alongside the podcast, like
Yeah,
you
but
did
then
the first
I
episode.
don't
not a
think they
pure-
want to see this picture.
Jake is showing us very, very, very hot cars porn. It's very delicious, like very tasty.
That is.
Oh, I love that stuff. It's so funny. It's so funny.
We're
I've
pull
never
up.
wanted to
Give me
see
the
Lightning
give me minions.
McQueen.
Give me minions.
Oh, I don't know if I have minions,
Well-
but I have this.
What?
Oh, I've seen that. I love it.
Do you think
I
God
don't
stays
like
in heaven
it.
because he too is afraid of what he's created?
I think so. But yeah, that was what's up with me. I could go into how I don't like my life, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to do
Are
it.
we
but
gonna
not
make
right
this into a sad podcast?
now. Yeah, let's do it. Ready?
No.
Absolutely.
So this is anonymous, right? You gotta make it anonymous as possible. Anyway,
Endless. I'm looking for you.
so when I
Name.
what?
Ah!
Write down the time.
You're right.
No.
Again, at
Right on time.
31.
Okay.
Look at what I got.
What is that you have? What is that you have?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Both of the games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Both the games.
I got both of them. I'll send them to you.
Yeah. So, my mom, she had me at 17. My dad was 18 in the military.
Big rip.
Yeah. So like my dad didn't. I don't think he saw me being born.
He thought you were gonna get flushed.
I mean, I was born like 6 weeks premature.
Oh Lord, it's getting a little toasty in here.
Yeah, I was
The
born
tea is
6 weeks
especially
premature,
hot
right? Her water broke like a week before I was born, so it was just really awkward for like that. Yeah, she's like still there for like, when's it coming out?
She's gonna hold that over you for the rest of your life.
I bet she's definitely
has.
does.
But
I fucking would.
remember a few maybe months after I was born, I stopped breathing for a little while.
Really?
So my parents drove me to the hospital, holding my body.
Hospital.
Like,
That's
fine.
that's-
The
I think that's
hospital.
affected your brain
That's a-
cell
that's
growth.
a- that's
That
a-
little not breathing you
That's
did, right?
that's
Affected your brain
heritage
cell growth.
coming out a bit.
Hospital. Holding my.
Fuck.
Thank you. She was holding my what do you call it? My body by my ankles, so my blood would rush to my head to stay alive.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Are you
Is that
100%
real?
certain that that's actually how it works?
yeah. I mean, my grandma, when I was born, she taped a $50 to my belly button so it would be an innie.
Did it work?
Yeah.
There's no statistical way that you could prove that works. You can't. No, you were gonna have an innie. There's no way.
Actually, isn't it about like where you cut the umbilical cord?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
I feel like alleys are really weird.
Anyway,
And
also,
disgusting.
I was
Yeah.
born with like 17
Yeah.
birth defects. Pretty dope.
Nice.
I'm blind. I have a bird chest.
So you're blind?
I mean, partially. Glasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Is that a birth defect? Being like having
Well, I mean,
bad eyesight?
I guess not really at this point.
Then
Anyway,
we should
I have a
just
bird
kill
chest.
all those who have impaired eyesight.
I had
I
I
believe
have
SVT.
the
so.
worst eyesight.
Yeah. I had SVT.
It's awful.
I had
24.
flat feet.
I'm
And
fine.
then other things that got fixed. But it's fine. Anyway, SVT was fixed. Bird chest is still a thing that exists.
Bird chest?
It's when your sternum sticks out like longer than it should.
Oh, nice.
Some people, I know people who have it's the other
Opposite
way. It's like
way,
in.
Yeah.
I had a friend who
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
well, I have some. I know someone who has like a
Yeah,
a bowl.
it's safe. It's
I had a
just,
friend
yeah.
who was like that, and we would hug and it would lock in place.
That's
I also-
it.
Oh
my god! That trumps what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I had a friend that had a metal bar in his chest, and I always threatened him with like magnets and shit. I was like, I'm gonna fuck you. I was like, I'll just hold you in place.
I love
motherfucker.
Shakira.
He's a skinny dude. He wouldn't be able to fight me. His doctor said he couldn't lift more than 5 pounds until like 6 months after the surgery, so he wouldn't be able to fight me.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Anyway, so after
fucking
Just a
Magneto.
Just Magneto.
So when I was like a toddler, started just starting school, my mom went. She relapsed on bad stuff, divorce,
Heroin.
not heroin, no.
Oh, okay.
No, that's
Like,
fine. That's not
yeah,
good.
mostly cocaine.
And this sad story is not interesting.
Mostly cocaine and alcohol.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
So cocaine or crack cocaine?
normal cocaine.
Oh.
She lived in
Oh,
They're
high
actually
class
the
white
same
society.
thing. They're the
Oh, I
same
know, I
substance.
know, I know. They're the same
Cocaine and-
substance.
wait,
They're
what?
the
They're
same,
not.
they're the same substance.
Wait, what
It's the
is?
same
What
price.
is?
Crack cocaine and regular cocaine.
Oh yeah, it's just different forms.
But one
No,
of them
they're
is, you know.
Well, no, the only difference is just one's in crystal structure
No,
and the
no.
other one's in a powder
I
structure.
understand that like they're physically the
the
same.
blacks
It's
figured
just a
out how to
matter of,
do
you
it
know.
because of I forget why.
But I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's different effects because do you have to smoke the crystal meth or no?
Pretty sure.
It's not crystal meth.
Should ask someone.
Oh, not crystal meth, crack cocaine. Do you have to smoke it or no?
I don't think so.
No, because you've seen the things that are like the melt.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do
Yeah.
you have to like melt and? Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
so that happened.
Yeah.
So divorce happened. I went with my dad for obvious reasons. Lived with my grandparents who quit their multi-million-dollar logging company to take care of me while my dad was at in the military
Basic
because
or just.
of like child protective reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So like I could have went to foster home if my grandparents didn't quit their job.
Well, why couldn't they do the job and take care of you? They just wouldn't be home.
Well,
or
he's
whatever.
military, so he couldn't choose where he lived.
Oh no! I mean like your grandparents.
Yeah,
Like,
grandparents.
couldn't they have continued to do the logging?
Or
instead of
did they just want to devote?
Like,
They just
well-
wanted to devote their whole.
Like they lived up in Northern America, and I lived in Southern America. So it was like they couldn't
Oh, they had
do
to
the
move.
logging job in Northern America.
Well, couldn't you just be there?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
And also, their house itself wasn't really a pleasant house to live in. Anyway,
Mhm.
I also lived with my great grandma, who was very old, obviously, and big to the point where she couldn't walk. Right.
Oh.
She also had like the genetic diabetes, not the onset diabetes, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
So that
I think my pap had the onset one. Never mind.
Yeah. So that was a thing. And then so it was like I remember taking care of her, hanging out with grandma, in our like little apartment. And then she'd walk me to school every day. And the biggest thing I remember from second grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had this, green, yellow, red cards, and we switch it every time we'd be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So one time, it was the same, two the same day. Oh yeah, it was the same thing, right? I was counting, and I was getting jealous. Because some people counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting from your pointer finger. Some people counted starting from your pinky finger, which is what I usually do, right? And some people start with your thumb.
I do my thumb.
Yeah. So I'm like, I want to be different. So I started counting from my middle finger. I was chastised by the teacher, and I'm like, what? What does that mean? And she's like, it's a bad thing. You shouldn't do it. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold. I think it's not the sidetrack, but I think the concept of like having middle fingers and other expressions like that. I'm sorry. Our
Continue, Ned.
Our viewers.
You have to save that because we need a picture of that alongside the.
Just
No, it's a
fucking
picture.
like
It's a face.
It's hard
I said,
because there's a
Jake
face.
Jake is being a
never
little
mind.
autistic as we established before. So.
No, you can put black along the face.
That's true. That's
You
true.
can put black on the face.
Yeah, it was just a picture
just
of
do
Jake
blackface and it's
with
Anyway.
a really long middle finger.
So what are you gonna say, man?
No, okay. I was gonna say the concept of having like middle fingers and stuff and like other expressions have so much meaning to a point that can cause arguments. I find it to be really stupid.
Yeah, censorship is bad. Well, anyway.
It's like
Well, no, like it's not even that. It's to the point where if you're arguing with someone and you flip them off, that it'll start like a fist fight. and
yeah,
stuff
like
that.
that's stupid. Like just because I do this, I don't understand the severity of
First
it.
of all, I wouldn't take any offense because it's just like
I do that all the
it's so
time.
fucking.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
so
know, just-
fucking no.
Lee,
No,
fuck you.
no.
This. I get retarded.
I wouldn't be able to be like, are
I
you?
got autism.
I just be like, do you mean me?
What are you pointing at?
What?
Just
But I know, just like not only that, like swearing too. I feel like the weight.
You'll get it.
You'll see it. But you think what?
I feel like the weight that we put on swearing and stuff is a little ridiculous too, because like really the content, like the severity of swears is what we decide to give it. The worth is just what we all agree on putting it as. So the fact that we like put it at a point where it can start fist fights and stuff is just a little ridiculous. Like, if someone swears at you, like nothing's stopping you. Be like, well, I interpret this word as not as threatening as you think it is, so I don't see you as a threat, or I don't take that as an insult. I find it like actually like stupid because you're using that word.
So imagine a little second grade kid trying to count, and then you just go off on him.
Yeah.
I was so confused, right? So then I'm like, what's going on? And because I was so confused, she was mad at me, so she made me down to red. And I was really sad, and I cried home that day to my grandma.
I got
She
red.
made you down to red.
Because, it was green, yellow, red. And that's like your good boy.
That was your good boy point.
Oh, I never
we
did
had
that.
a system like that in my elementary school, except it was only during lunchtime, right? But the whole thing was, it was a stoplight in the middle.
Was it a real stoplight?
Yes! It was an actual stoplight.
Oh my god.
An actual stoplight that functioned red,
exactly what you're
yellow,
talking about.
green in the middle of the cafeteria, right? Just sitting up on the fucking stage like a gangster.
So you're getting me actually angry because
I know! It physically makes me angry.
it's like,
What
imagine...
they do, it
Yeah,
starts on green, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's in the room. It starts filing in. All the kids start filing into the lunchroom. You're excited.
It's like it's part of
You're
fucking
It
Nazi
is.
altruism.
It is. You're excited. You want to start. You want to talk to your friends. You're halfway through school. You want to talk to your friends, right? It starts at green.
Friends.
What it is it's a noise detector, and it starts at green.
Does it automatically?
Yeah.
It goes up to yellow if you get a little bit too loud, and then if you get slightly too loud, it goes to red, and that means no talking for 5 minutes of your 30-minute lunch period.
Imagine having only 30 minutes during class to alleviate all of your energy, right?
To
and you're not
talk
allowed to
and-
talk.
Yeah.
That's
And if you did talk, guess where you got sent to? I shit you not. This is what my school called
the
it.
German officer comes in and
No,
grabs you and
listen.
shoots
It
you.
sounds like it. Listen what they called it. It was all right. I'm gonna describe what it is before I say what they call it. What it is it was a desk, but it was just fucking like we sit at the tables and they had like little chairs that attached to the tables, and we like sat down, like bench style, and just ate our food. They would literally make you get up and pick your lunch up, and you would go over to this desk. And this desk was over, like, in the corner by yourself, just facing a fucking wall.
Oh, I would hate
And you know what it was called?
What?
The isolation chamber.
That's awful.
The isolation chamber. And she literally, there was this one teacher, Mrs. We're just gonna say A, and she was like the smart people teacher, like the gifted teacher, and she would
I hate gifted
legitimately. She would walk around with a cane, and just like just real. And she would pick up the cane and point it in the air and say, "Any one of you talking, you're gonna get 5 or 10 minutes in the isolation chamber." Or no, it was until the end of the lunch.
Yeah.
You had to sit in the
it's
isolation
awful.
chamber.
It's just like you have these children.
And here's the thing: they had a snack store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they gave you not enough food at all. So you could go up and you could actually, if you were in like 5th grade, you could buy like leftover food because you were the last lunch. So like you could buy like more chicken nuggets or like stuff like that.
Yep.
Or like another slice of pizza. Well, what they would do is if you were up there in line for the snack store, which was only available for the last 15 minutes because they wanted you to eat your food first. If you were in line and it went to red, you had to go back to your seat and sit down and wait 5 minutes until it went back to green and then get up and go back to the line.
It's awful.
Yeah, imagine
So you could be
being
the
just, like,
next person in
high-energy
line
kids,
and
right?
then get in the back.
It's awful.
Yeah,
I
just-
hate the.
High energy kids not being able to alleviate their energy, so they're just like literally destroyed.
And
See,
then you
this is-
were
this is
little
the-
shits for
this
the
is-
rest of the day.
Yeah,
because-
exactly.
obvious.
The thing that fucking
Jake,
bothers
do you
me.
remember the tables there where you could like stick your feet in and lean like
We
all
did
the way
that.
back?
They would walk up. Sometimes the sensor wouldn't work, so they'd literally walk up and manually switch it to red. And like they would, if somebody like goofed off, like somebody like threw a milk carton the one day just across the room, and she just walked up and switched it to red, and we had to be quiet for like that was like 2 minutes into lunch. We had to be quiet for the rest of lunch.
Oh, I hate that.
That's so like
And it's
so
like,
totalitarian.
it's like, why did
It's
I
okay.
get
Honestly,
punished?
look, it's kind of like the like when I was younger, I'm like, okay, like, you know, these teachers have like the best, and they care about us. They're doing it for the best for us. But now, like, we're getting to the, like, we're past that point where we like can see like the intentions of people when they do shit like this. It bothers me. It irks me because it's like a mentality that we are above you and we are going to control you as much as we can, and you can't do a single thing about it. And that's what fucking bothers me about it.
We're taking away your humanity.
Exactly. Like, come on, I gotta understand they're kids. Let them be a little bit loud, but like, no, you can't do it.
I think the best part about it was the fact that you were sitting right next to like always your like best friends and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And you would have to sit there, and they'd be like this far away from you, and you just had to.
Yeah, just no talking.
If you even looked at them, they would think you were whispering and send you to the isolation chamber.
Oh my god.
One time I literally went like this and looked down the table, and they thought I was talking, sent to the thing.
Oh my god, I would cry.
Like, it's awful. It's just the yeah.
One time...
It's gross.
Okay.
That probably should
Like,
be allowed.
just thinking back now, it's awful. But, like, then you were just like, that's probably what happens everywhere.
Don't you
Yeah,
love
exactly.
thinking
They got rid of it now.
And,
It's
like-
not there anymore.
Exactly.
If you go back there, it's not there.
Don't
Yeah,
you like
exactly.
just realizing like how shitty elementary school teachers treated us? Like,
Yeah,
I had
looking back on
actually, I had a
Some
lot
of them were nice,
really
but
nice
other people
ones.
like actually like a dictatorship mindset. And it's
It was
awful.
always the ones that were in the lunchroom when I was there, but it was never my teachers that were, they would never assign your teacher for your lunchroom
I
thing
had
because they
some
like
good
you too
ones.
much.
I had some really bad ones.
Do you remember the big lady that was in 3rd grade and her name was Mrs. B? And
You know how much she looked like that? Do you know how much I hated her? Okay. I had a black teacher.
Oh my god.
It wasn't a matter that she was black. I couldn't give a shit. My
Say that,
parents, my father, legitimately, my dad told me, he said, son, you walked into that classroom a happy little boy and you walked out an angry man.
Ooh, fuck. Dude,
bro,
You're
I'm gonna fucking hit my vape after that. That just made me...
another fucked up thing about this teacher. She would always take her fucking shoes off, and she had old lady nasty feet smell.
She got them
No.
bummy.
She would, and the worst part is that she ran her elementary school classroom on fear. So I remember one time I woke up early on a Saturday morning, and we had just gotten the Wii. It had just come out the year before. I went on to Wii Sports. I made a me of her, a male, by the way. I had
that
her.
was the way to release your anger.
No, I had her as the second player in Wii Boxing. I set the controllers down so her me was spreading her arms out, and I just punched her.
Fuck out of here.
Honestly, my mom and dad came down Saturday morning and saw me beating up like a me.
I was at a friend's house one time, and I was gonna call him Bob. And we're at Bob's house. It's not his name at all. We're at Bob's house, and it was me and my other friend, and he's a twin, and we were there, and we were all 4 of us playing Wii Sports, and we were playing baseball. I was the pitcher, so I wound up, and we thought this was the World fucking Series. I wound up, threw a big old pitch. This motherfucker gets down on one knee, looks up into the sky, closes his eyes, and just goes, ah. And he smacked the Wii controller so hard off of the cabinet that the TV was on, shook the whole cabinet. We thought the TV was going. The glass, like plastic part on the top of the Wii remote, like shattered and flew this way into the wall. And the Wii, we just saw like the power button on the Wii controller just go fucking across the room.
Oh my god.
It shattered that controller. He got him a new one though. He's a good guy. He bought him a new one. But that was, we were like 11 when that happened.
So his parents bought him. His parents bought his friend. Yeah.
Honestly, those are the ways to like release anger. Like, make a me of someone, just beat the shit out of them.
Especially my
Does
teacher.
that alleviate violence or cause violence?
I think
Hot take.
Alleviate.
alleviate.
Hot take: video games cause violence.
Fuck off.
You're right.
You're just being an idiot because
Or am I being devil's advocate?
same thing.
Got him.
Got him.
That's like the 3rd fucking time. You better stop.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Wow.
I wish I had the knowledge of how all public school work that I do now back in the day. Obviously I never would, but like if only I had like the knowledge of it, like knowing that like those like mandatory tests you have to take for your school to get funding and stuff means absolutely nothing to you, or like
'Cause it's
or
elementary school.
yeah, exactly, or the fact that like you have to take or like the fact that like obey teacher, like the fact their punishments mean absolutely nothing to you. There's no consequence to your future. I would like be probably the most rebellious kid and like not give a single
That
shit
was
about it.
one of the things I did was we weren't allowed phones at all, and I always had my phone out. But the reason why is because they said, "Oh, I'm gonna take your phone and hold it for a week or whatever,"
You can't
and I'm
do
like,
that.
"You are legally not taking my property off of me and holding it from me."
My high school, to
And
wear your
they're
phone
just like,
for
okay.
10 days for the first offense, and then a whole month for your second offense, and then wouldn't even give it back to your parents.
That's like literally illegal.
That
Yeah,
is
but
illegal.
actually, like,
I think my
But you
school was
wouldn't know
more
any
taken
better.
till the end of the day, but like nobody ever called anybody out because everybody knew it was stupid. The only person that would be the principal. That would call anything
See,
out.
the cool thing, I mean, this is high school.
Yeah, that,
Now,
that was
my
high
high
school,
school-
middle school, elementary.
my high
everything.
school,
I mean, nobody had phones in
Phones
elementary
out,
school.
no one cares.
No one cares.
Yeah,
No
no
one
one
cares.
cares. There was a few teachers who do care.
And they were rare.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Remember the teacher that would specifically have like a box that she would lock until the end of the class?
Yeah,
where
exactly.
If you were on your phone, she put it in.
I didn't have
No,
that.
I had a teacher.
Bro, we weren't allowed to chew gum until 9th grade
yeah.
Yeah, we weren't either.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
If you should come in class in my high school,
or 8th grade
3 days
because
back.
that was the whole point of getting to 8th grade is because you could chew gum and nobody else could tell you what to do. And then one time, my girlfriend was chewing gum and she was in line. I guess she said she was in 8th grade and there was like a 6th grade teacher there. And she like made her go to the back of the line because she had gum in, and like wait until all the other kids went.
What's so stupid?
Because it was the 6th grade policy for no gum.
I would just look at her and be like, no.
She can't do anything.
Yeah.
You just swallow the gum. She can't
I
prove
wish
anything.
I would have had half the balls I have now.
Oh, me
Yeah,
too. All the
honestly.
fucking time.
Honestly.
Because
like,
even. Like,
Bro, like, I always, just because I'm my dad, just because of my mentality of me being the fucking submissive little bitch baby, I always like.
You are a bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I always follow the rules. I always like did what I was told. Everything. You're like, hey, like don't fucking walk forwards and make sure your hands are tied behind your back. I'm like, okay, they're probably doing this for a good reason. I'll do it anyway. But like knowing now that like that kind of shit doesn't fly, I wish I had that. Like I was saying before, I had that mentality back then because like I would be like, no, I will not do it. I wish I had that.
You know, for senior year, I had to take 8 useless classes because I finished early, but my high school demanded I stay in class, even though the class before had either half days or half years, or sometimes both, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took 8 useless classes. So I'm like, I don't give a shit if I pass because I'm done, and I even already got accepted to college, right? So what's even?
Mm-hmm.
So I just like whipped out my phone, earbuds in my ears, playing like cool math games all day, whatever. I started bringing my computer to school, which is way against policy. I got hacked into the Wi-Fi with help of my engineering teacher. Played like FTL and like not Into the Breach, I don't think was out at the time. FTL and like other games all day. No one stopped me, and that was the strict place that suspended you for kissing in the hallways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Well,
whoa.
my high school didn't care.
yeah, there were specific sections in my high school where people would just make out constantly.
Oh yeah, no.
Grope and making
the
out.
quarters.
Fucking
Where?
one.
Where are you? I know. Wait.
So,
Like that's.
across the bridge, on
You're
both
right.
sides
Yeah,
of the hallway,
Okay, I know exactly. Yep.
Like any corner at my
the
high
edge of
school.
at the edge of any
There-
hallway.
there are
where
The
no
there
corners in
was-
stairwell.
my high
The
school.
stairwell.
My high school.
I totally
My high
know
school was
what you're
fucking
talking about
awful.
now.
My favorite stairwell was the one that goes into the older part of the school.
I gotta
The
tell you.
lower
I gotta
part.
tell you guys some shit like off
Because
thing.
there was a place behind it where you could just sit. People would know you're there.
I know what you're talking about.
I'd just go to that.
No, my high school, we have there were always designated spots to just make out, and people would always make out. It was so good, and it wasn't so
Yeah.
good. What am I saying?
Oh yeah.
It's weird. It's not until now that I realized how sexually charged high schoolers were because
Right.
you're
I
they're
didn't
willing
get
to fucking go consume each other's faces in the hallway, and no one would really bat an eye. It's like a normal thing.
Hot take.
That was weird. That was weird for my school.
Hot take. Can I?
Not in the hallway, but
Can
like
I,
in the spots.
No, like there was no spots or anything.
No,
Yeah.
between classes,
nothing.
that was completely normal.
I had the
Yeah.
chance to fuck so many people in high school, but I just didn't.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh my god.
So here's my
Sexual
issue,
encounters in high school were like forbidden, at least in my perspective.
I feel like
Well,
high
I
school.
mean, for you, man.
I feel like high school set up
Gay
To
people were like
get out.
forbidden too.
sexually, emotionally, and physically oppress the people there to submit to the man. Because waking up that early is literally against.
I was gonna
Teenagers
say,
circadian rhythms, yeah.
it's. I mean, every
Oh, yeah, no, it's been
single
proven.
thing
It's
is
been
like,
super
hey, guess
proven.
what? You know, we've done a lot of studies, and
You don't get to sleep.
they're not supposed to be awake this time, and they're like, yeah, but our sports teams.
It's all about the sports team.
It's so
Why
silly.
do they care so much about the sports?
I don't know.
Fun day.
In the Bible Belt
Yeah,
too.
but that's true.
It's like you should always teach safe sex rather than abstinence, because like it just abstinence means they get more pregnant, right? And safe sex means hey, condom.
But see,
I didn't
like,
have
one
to
of the things
take
you said about
senior
the
health.
Sports, like
Jake.
my entire
I
like,
did it online.
school district and everything. It's all about like the football team, and our football
Who'd you
team
have?
isn't even good.
Yeah, that's how. That's like
Like,
every high school,
okay,
which is
Yeah,
weird.
but
I
here's
was
the
part
thing.
of the
No,
marching.
like I'm talking to the point where they were going to attempt to defund the school somehow. They were trying to find a way to do it because the school wanted to move the stadium from the one in the town because it's small, has shitty bleachers that are falling apart, but the town won't pay for it,
Mhm.
and it's not school property, so they're not going to pay for it.
Mhm.
Everything's falling apart. You know, like I guess the student section like fell through one year because they broke a board and shit. But like they threatened to defund the school if they moved the football field to the brand new one that they had specifically built for it. So it's literally just sitting there useless now.
Nice.
They use it for soccer games. They like redrew the lines. They use it for soccer games and track meets, and that's it. And it's a very expensive
Oh.
like stadium.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with me? It'd be fun. Sorry. No, that's just basically that's how it was for our high school too. Because already my high school we're like the most expensive new high school built within our state that we currently reside in. The wonderful state of North
Kentucky.
Mexico. North
Kentucky, Mexico.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it.
It's an okay place.
I don't know if it's that good.
Watch there be a place called fucking North Kentucky, Mexico.
Hold up.
North Kentucky in Mexico is more south than actual Kentucky.
Yeah, mi amigos, estamos en North Kentucky, Mexico.
Yeah.
We eat burritos. And then we,
616 North Kentucky Street, Mexico.
that's
Oh
where
my
we
God.
are.
69 Cool Street, Weedsport, New York. So I was planning this road trip right last year. I mean, I'm still going on, right? It's I mailed 2 letters that summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
One was to 6969 Cool Street, Weedsport, New York, and one was to the last Blockbuster in Oregon. So I was planning to make a trip all the way from the best street name ever to the best movie store ever. I mean, unfortunately, I never got a call back or a letter back from
But-
6969 Cool Street, Weedsport, New York. But I did in fact get a free Blockbuster T-shirt. So it exists, right?
Yeah, but it's in Missouri.
Mexico, Missouri, or North Kentucky, Missouri.
616
Figure it out, guys.
North
Here we are.
Kentucky Street, Mexico, Missouri. 65265.
I love that. That is not where we live. Do not spam them. Do not call them. Do not do anything.
Do what you want.
I mean, yeah, we can't
Do
stop
what you
you.
want.
Send
This
mail.
house is for sale.
We
The
love
house
big.
is for sale.
We love big black horse dildos, so please send those.
Actually, have you seen Chance Flair from BadDragon.com,
You should
extra
have.
large size?
You
Very
did
good.
show it to me in relation to a Coca-Cola can.
Yeah, it was very good.
He's also shown me.
It is
those.
maybe about 3 times the size. And
No,
about double.
I don't understand how
I
people
think it
don't
was
get that.
16 usable inches.
Why don't you, Austin? Why don't you? Why don't you?
What do you mean usable?
Well,
Do you
after
have
a
the
while,
other-
the
other
body
inches that
just
are,
doesn't keep up.
Actually, according to Mr. Hands.
Have you seen the videos where it's like?
Why is 16 of it usable?
That seems like
Well,
too many to be
the-
usable.
The other part is balls.
No, I'm saying 16 in itself is too much to be usable.
What's your high score?
Oh shit! What time?
Fuck.
Write down 59.
Oh, so close.
But high score probably 8, maybe we reach number 9.
I mean,
9 at what?
respectable.
What?
That's very
Inches?
respectable.
Well,
very
you're
respectable.
American, so in
What game?
What game?
What game?
My favorite game of
No, 9 what? Huh?
football fields.
9 football fields. Out of how many?
There's no how many. Just 9 football fields is the
What kind of football? Your kind of football? My kind of football.
Well, since you
Jesus
guys are
Christ.
Americans, I'm gonna have to say American football.
That's no.
You said that off of a whim, so it's you don't even know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? It's 9.
5, 8, a few.
Ooh, can I read you the logistics for XL Chance Flared from BadDragon.com?
1, 2,
Highly
go.
endorse that site.
No.
BadDragon.com is our endorsement.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bad Dragon, please support us.
Okay.
Dear God.
So
no.
the diameter of the head of Chance Flared
Get that for your
from BadDragon.com, support that site, is 3.6 inches. The total usable length is 15 inches. Well, the total length being 17.5. That's 2.5 inches of balls.
But it's for you when I'm not.
So basically, my forearm.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Just yoink it up your poop hole.
That's not that bad. You guys are babies.
Big horse cock.
Just because you're a receptacle doesn't mean we have to be.
Look at that picture of fucking waist spin.
Thanks.
That's all I heard.
No, hey, that's what I just said.
I'm gonna eat an apple.
Apples, I don't want to do that. I am hungry though.
It's brought to you by.
Hungry hippo.
I was gonna say.
You're hungry,
something-
hungry.
I was gonna say something. I think. Oh no, it's not local.
Mm.
It's not local, but I
Please,
haven't heard of very
please,
many places. to
please
do
fill
so,
out the
I'm gonna say.
application to become a part of
It's probably a
my
It's a college thing.
my male sex ring. It would be fun.
They
Trust
have
me.
them at West-
You gotta sit, hang out on the rafters all day
Okay,
until you need
in
it.
Westchester. They have them.
Um,
They're in New York.
I could do it.
I've seen them there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Interesting.
basically. I'm
I
pretty
could
sure
do
they
it
go
for
to
both,
big towns and
probably,
college
but I
games
prefer,
Okay, gotcha.
you know.
for obvious reasons.
There
Don't
was a
worry,
big
I
picture
treat
of
I
their
treat
thing,
the
it was
work
like,
as well.
if you
If
know
they
what
want
this
female,
is,
I'll give them female.
Hey, dual audio is
fucking
really bad for the
amazing.
podcast.
Hey,
What we're saying is that you're a terrible guest and you should fucking stop.
Shut
hey,
the fuck
you're
up,
really bad
Kyle.
for the podcast.
Imagine having to take off
oh.
one earbud just to listen to the whole thing.
Are we gonna do ASMR?
Yeah.
ASMR break?
Alright guys, we need some ASMR right now.
Oh yeah, I got you. Hold on. Come on, I got it. Ready? Ooh.
Oh yes.
This is actually being picked up by it because I'm about
Oh yes.
to do that right next to it.
Yeah. Oh my.
Alright, follow our Patreon and we'll get more ASMR.
Come on.
We have a Patreon. We have a
Uh,
Patreon.
why not? We do now.
Well, Oh, what
Hey,
here?
Here's
hold
the
on.
thing, though. We never got past the first like.
No. That's another
we never got
topic.
past the first half of.
We don't
Club
have
Club.
time for that.
We got
We don't have time
collegiate
for that.
and literary
Oh, who
halfway
cares?
done.
It's,
Go ahead, collegiate
it's gonna
literary
happen.
integrity.
We
they
know-
will hear about it when it is done.
We know
okay?
the purpose of it.
They
That's
will
all that
know.
matters.
Yeah. Oh wait, can I say one more thing? When I was 9, I peed in my sister's shampoo bottle. She didn't use it because she thought I did something to it. My grandma used it, and I wrote her an apology note that she has hanged up by her front door.
May you tell us maybe some of the specifics about that note? What does it say?
Whew. I don't remember all of
Does
it.
it say sorry? Sorry you used shampoo that I peed in. I won't do it again.
Yeah.
I love you, grandson.
I said I will give you all of my toys. So and also my allowance this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did your grandma do with your
She
toy?
gave it back.
You went on the allowance. She took that.
Oh no, she gave it back.
No.
She gave it to my dad.
Oh, okay.
That was my next week's allowance.
You want to keep going on the weird PE stories?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I've got a good one.
Let's go.
Alright, go ahead.
I
Let's
was
go.
about
Go ahead.
a good 4 years old.
Mhm.
I was sleepwalking one night. I decided I needed to go to the bathroom, but I wasn't conscious. I walked into the bathroom, took about an entire roll of toilet paper, rolling it off, two-handed into the toilet. Tried to flush it, didn't go down. Walked back in my room, pulled my pants down, started pissing on my bed. In the middle. Walked back into the bathroom and fell asleep on the floor.
When I was younger, I went to go out to play in the snow, and as you can imagine, it was really cold outside. But I really had to pee. But the time it took for me to go inside to go pee and everything took too long. So I was like, my little child mind was like, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. So after like 30 minutes, I realized I can't fucking hold anymore. So I just pissed my pants in like the freezing cold.
Yep.
So it's like I'm there. It's like it wasn't like even snow pants. It was like jeans, like
icicle jeans.
Huge piss stain. I'm like, all right, but it was warm. So my mind was like, oh no, this was a great idea. Now my legs are warm. So I played around for like 5 minutes with like a piss stained pants, and that was at my friend's house too. And then like my legs started to burn. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I realized, fucking liquid gets cold, and it started to freeze on my leg. So I started to cry, and I ran inside to my friend's mom. I was like, help me, like it fucking burns. Like, you fucking piece of shit. So I went home and changed my pants and then go back outside.
Can you please put down 105?
Yep.
You said your own name.
Oh yeah, crap.
Yep.
Oh fuck!
Bitch.
I didn't realize.
Hey, Ted. I
Yeah.
remember one time I was visiting our old elementary school, and this is nothing against your brother.
It's okay. I'm ready for it.
I walked in to the restroom. He was taking a dump in the room.
Who was it? Was it my brother? I'm gonna ask him about it.
Oh my god.
I guess I'm the only fucking normal one that doesn't have a fucking.
You don't have a piss story?
I don't have a piss story.
No, you do. What's a piss story?
I have a piss story.
All the stalls
An
were
embarrassing pee.
I walked in.
Believe me,
I saw
at this point, I would tell it. But
I'm
I don't
sorry
have
you
one.
had to see that.
I walked in, saw it, walked right back out.
Very nice.
Oh
One time when I was younger, I didn't understand that.
no!
You can't fucking do
I
it.
can't do this. No.
You want to call him right now, dude?
I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
bring him
won't
up
bring
the
it. No, I'm not
podcast.
going to bring it up. I don't want to embarrass him.
Can I tell you about a dream I had once?
No.
Yeah, cool. So I had this dream where I had to really take a shit, right?
Mm.
And so I walked into the dream bathroom, and then instead of a toilet, you'd have this. Imagine like a sandbox shovel with like a straw for a handle, right? And then my dream self knew that you stick the straw up your asshole and then you shit through the shovel. And I'm like, no, that's gross. So what I did is I cleaned it off, stuck it in my mouth, and then blew through.
What?
And then shit came out of my mouth. So then I woke up from shock because my mouth tasted like shit, and I pissed my bed.
And you pissed your bed on.
Yeah. So you blow through a shovel and then piss comes out of your mouth. Sorry, shit comes out of your mouth, which means you piss your bed.
One time my mom bought a bunch of little chocolate tasty cakes. And me being devious little devil ate 2 before bed, and I slept in my mom's bed and fucking threw up all over her bed, and then went back to sleep and didn't say anything.
Makes me happy.
Do you know what the key to getting like treats and cookies and stuff is? At least as a kid. But for me, I use this on my grandparents all the time. Is you take one. So you see the cookies, you take one, you eat it.
Fucking cry.
Then you ask, "Can I have a cookie?"
And if they say no or yes, who cares?
No, but they probably you ask it because you know they're probably gonna say yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is you just got 2 cookies, but you don't really feel bad about the first cookie because they would have said yes if you would have asked.
You monster. Actually, my stepmom would tell me no because I didn't take out the trash quickly enough.
But boom, you already have a cookie, so you're good.
Oh no, she counts them.
Oh.
And then it's like, oh, you ate 1 out of the 39. That's it. 2 weeks. Taking your Xbox, taking your bed frame, sleep on a mattress on the ground.
I don't have a problem with that, honestly.
Honestly, sleeping on the ground's pretty good.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Sometimes,
Or it's like I gotta be in my homework. Same thing.
Yeah, that was kind of the same for me. I'd lose like computer privileges and stuff like that.
I never had computer privileges.
the further I got into like high school, like the less and less my parents like started controlling me because the more I was like, Dad, I've been like taking all these APs and all this bullshit to get into college. Like, please give me be lenient. And he's like, all right, and you just let off.
Yeah, strict parents make deviant children.
Yes, agree, big agree.
It's like I gotta sneak around.
Yeah, my dad was the perfect mix. He let me off the loose in some cases, but he was still a little strict on some others. And it worked out fine.
My dad did too. My mom is more like, you experience yourself and make sure you're good at the end. And it's like, okay, but what do you call it? My stepmom, at least the first one, she'd always ground me for the smallest infraction. And it was the worst. I just never had a social life or any life because I was always grounded. I remember staying in my room reading books. And one time my dad stopped buying me hard copy books. He got me this Kindle for Christmas. And he bought like at least 30 books for me to read. He bought Song of Ice and Fire, Ranger's Apprentice.
The Ranger's Apprentice was great.
Right? All of those. And I was like, yes! Never could use it because it's electronic and go on the internet.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then the best thing is, my stepmom, if it was 9 o'clock, I had to be in bed, had to be doing nothing, staring at the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she heard my bed move, which is a very creaky bed, right?
And it's probably not the best.
Not the best bed. She would bust into my room, swing the door open, and be like, what the fuck? Why are you still awake? And then, like, my phone could be over there in the closet, which is closed. And then she's like, you were on your phone, weren't you, you little bitch? And then grounded.
Jesus.
No.
I snuck out once.
I wish.
I did that.
What age?
No, it was the summer before college. It was actually pretty good. So, I mean, my parents basically said, once I graduated, once I like got my diploma, they were like, yeah, if you come home by 2, that's fine. Which was a big change up because I haven't had like any privileges up through all high school. Like I had to text them where I was like all the time.
My parents were pretty consistently chill. Like they didn't really care as long as I was fine.
Yeah.
So I snuck out that night to be quiet. My truck is a manual, so you can push it.
Oh.
I live on a hill.
It's very steep.
I pushed my truck down the hill while I was in it. So I had like my leg out the
And
door.
did you just pop it and just start it from that?
No, because that would be loud.
Did you just brake on the way down?
I just braked on the way down and literally drifted down the hill until the stop sign, then started it there.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jesus.
Got away perfectly fine.
Nice.
Pulled in, extremely quiet. Went into the back door because the front door squeaks a fuck ton.
Mm-hmm.
Walked up the stairs, which is super creaky, but I know specifically which stairs have to step on and which ones to step on with a certain amount of pressure and how fast to go up to make it as quiet as possible. Went back to bed. Texted the person I had just fucked. And fell asleep.
Nice.
Nice. I assume that's why you said it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. That was the only execution I've ever had of like sneaking out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna do it a lot more over break.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just the one.
Just
the
what?
1 week. Oh, you mean summer?
No, the fact that I'm in college now, like my parents have really realized is that they don't have control over me anymore. Like I'd be out until like 3 in the morning, and they're like, fuck.
What time?
1:13.
They were like, Ned, you can't be out for that long. I'm like, why not? And because You got a good point. And they just drop it.
Man, I wish I had a house to go to where my parents would care.
Rip.
I don't have a room anywhere except the room here.
It's unfortunate.
You want to come chill with me for a little bit?
Listen, lives in the same neighborhood as me.
Literally all of my worldly possessions are in that room.
Pretty much same for me though, other than my vehicle.
I have a good amount of stuff.
I transferred everything from my home room to my room here.
I have
You
things
have
I want.
one.
I have like pictures and framed things I don't frame because.
I like having
Like half of my NASA collection's like here.
I like having a bitch stepmom, right?
Yeah.
That let her bitch mom move into my room, so I don't have a room anymore.
It's like this no, never mind.
No?
Never mind. I interpret that wrong.
Yeah, so it's like I don't have a room, and then I have these people who think they know me, but they also throw out all my stuff. It's in a corner, in like what do you call it? The
Amsterdam.
damp garage, just like getting gross. And I don't want that stuff because I didn't take it because I knew they were gonna fuck it up, but they did. And so Christmas, guess what happened this Christmas? They got me the most insulting gifts.
What's that?
You'd think it would be a gag gift, right?
Let us know what you got.
Piano tie.
What is it?
Piano tie.
What is a piano tie?
It's a tie. That if you know what those like air guitar like little things works like that. But
It doesn't make sounds.
yeah.
They got you a piano tie.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a gag thing.
That's not a gag thing. Their gag gift was something even more was reasonably reasonable, which was like an adult coloring book.
What's that?
Oh, you can buy them at like craft
Oh,
stores.
are those like the
Yeah, they're coloring books, but they're
intricate ones.
They're intricate ones, and they're made for just relaxing.
Oh,
Yeah, as someone who doodles, thank you. That's a gag gift. And I remember she pitched to my dad. There's this like one of a kind Bristol like street artist who painted this really awesome little like I think it was like 8x10 print of Venom. I hate having nerdy shit so much. Threw it out immediately. My friend randomly, she did a doodle print. She's in Denmark, right? She did doodle print for like one of her like print classes, right? It was a pretty nice sketch. Had me in a spacesuit with a squid. I like those things. She sent it to me as like a little, hey man, thought of you, and it's like it's infinitely better than anything my stepmom could have done ever. It's a 5-minute little sketch. Hugging that straight up. I love it so much.
Yeah.
She also sent me a gay squid.
Gay squid.
I've warned him before.
Yeah.
You have the gay now.
That's how you catch the gay.
Yeah.
You put on a rainbow squid.
It's like the Hogwarts like sorting hat. It tells you what kind of gay you are.
Ooh, you are twink.
You are a submissive twink that has a slight
I'm
dom.
a dom. Ooh.
Bullshit. No.
You look at that look.
You would either be
Look at
like
that look.
you'd be like you'd play like a lazy dom or anything. You'd sit there, take it.
Hey, I mean,
That's kind
there's
of
only one way to
sometimes.
find out.
I mean, depending on how honest we want to be.
Let's go around and talk about our dick size. 6, 24.5 centimeters, and horse.
Horse. Yeah, let's be honest.
I mean, 6.5
centimeters.
What's your thickness?
He's just gonna talk about how his dick thick.
You see,
Oh, wait,
this is gonna
I
go
do have
back
a black
to the
dick,
horse.
so-
Wait, hold on. Can I measure real quick? Let me unzip.
Please.
Because is anyone like want to help me?
I give good hand jobs.
Oh, I got you. Hold on, ready?
Oh, shut up. I'm gonna finish these.
Who farted?
Not gay.
Anyway.
Shitting coming.
And
Someone
with,
has disease.
with that note, I think that's a great time to end the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for listening into episode 17.
And as always,
Thanks.
we dislike and hate gays
And black
blacks and
STEM
the
majors.
Jewry.
Thank you for listening to your
Gays, blacks, STEM majors, and Jews.
Yeah, thank
There
you for
go.
listening to your favorite
And
white,
Polish.
white supremacist
I'm a Polish
podcast.
dummy.
MNX.
Minx.